लोकेश इसको एंड सेशन वैसे करना है सिंपली ना. Okay, so Ankit, welcome, and I think we are live on YouTube now.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Ankit, this particular session today, as we are aware, is related to the opportunities which students can avail in next couple of months. As you are already aware that students have written this exam, which is GATE exam, and now students are looking for various opportunities. And Ankit, you are also aware that in GATE only 15% students qualify GATE exam. 85% students are not in position to qualify the GATE exam. So those who do not qualify GATE exam, they also look for opportunities in India and abroad. And our today's session is related to such opportunities only. And we have very good universities globally. So students, when they try to explore opportunities for higher education in India, they also can explore such opportunities abroad, because ultimately what matters is the good career. You yourself is example, Ankit, when you got opportunity in Indian universities also MTech through GATE, and now you are pursuing that from Canada, that is MS from Canada. So first, I believe we will make this interactive session, and then students will keep on asking some queries. We'll address to that also. So my first point to you, Ankit, is like, what do you think? Why students should explore opportunities in foreign universities also? Because students do not explore that options, and why we want them to explore the opportunities? What is the reason for that?
Yes, sir. So, congratulations to all of those, candidates who have passed their GATE exam. But those who didn't pass their GATE exam doesn't really matter, because, if you look abroad, you will find a lot of good opportunities. So the first thing I would say, if basically there is the first reason is basically, these all of these candidates, and all of the exams which we have is basically, it's annual exams. So it takes a lot of time to prepare for exam. For example, GATE, I have myself written GATE twice, and then basically I got this opportunity to do my masters from NITIE Jamshedpur, and then basically I again went for my second masters.
Okay.
So the biggest difference is basically regarding career. Of course, when you come abroad, you have this opportunity to basically configure your own coursework according to your interest. So right now, I'm doing mechanical engineering. I'm in mechanical engineering, and I have my way. Basically, I can pick my own subject. So these are the things which basically makes a master's a really good basically option in abroad. And the next thing is basically there is no placement. So I would say this is a good opportunity, because ultimately the job you are seeking depends only on you. And the thing about Indian universities, you all have this placement. So those who got placed, they are good, right? I mean, there is nothing wrong about that. But those who didn't get placed or something like that, so again, they have to start from the very beginning, and it will take them like 5 years or more to reach up to that level. So again, in abroad, masters is basically all about you. So you have to decide what specialization you are going to do, what sort of skills you have to get, and then basically job totally depends on you. So there is no partiality, I would say, because in India, if you are from good institution, you will get a really good career opportunity. But if you are, let's say, from older, and like new NITs, or basically new IITs, so as compared to the older one, you don't have that sort of opportunities available at your disposal.
Yeah. Ankit, now I want to bring your attention to another point here. As we know, through GATE, there are some foreign universities which students can explore. If I name these universities, then there are two universities in Singapore, NUS and NTU. Then there is RWTH, and then there is a technical university Munich in Germany. So because GATE is one of the criterias, I think instead of GRE they accept GATE also. So like Gurudev Devi Charan is asking one question related to that also, like my GATE score is 360 and CGPA is 9, and can I stand a chance in NUS Singapore? So students are not aware that these exams like GRE and all, they are not very difficult exam, number one. Number two, in German universities even GRE is not required, IELTS is required in majority of universities, and in those university even IELTS can also be waived off if you provide some kind of certificate from the college. So why we should even focus, why we should focus only on those universities where GATE is one of the criterias? Like when I'm planning to go to, let's say, Germany, why should I even only focus on and this technical university Munich and RWTH? Why not so many other universities where they don't even require GRE and they are good universities? So that mental block in the mind of students, okay, this university take GATE, so if this university gives me admission, I will take it. If other universities are not considering GATE but they are considering IELTS or even not IELTS, and if you're interested to go there, why not you explore those particular opportunities? What do you say about this particular thing, Ankit?
So the first thing is basically getting admission to any of these foreign universities is basically easier than getting admission into through GATE, right?
Mm,
This is my first opinion. The
mm,
second thing is you don't have to focus only on those who basically accept GATE score,
mm,
because most of them, all of these four universities, that is NUS, NTU,
mm,
RWTH, and TU
mm,
Munich, they have 90 percentile as their minimum criteria. So
mm,
if you have 90 percentile, that's really good for you. But if you
mm,
don't have 90 percentile, you have an exceptional CGPA like Devi Charan has. He has CGPA of 9, right? So I believe, he truly stand a chance to going out even better universities than TU Munich and RWTH.
mm.
But the thing is, you should basically have an open mind regarding pursuing your
Yes.
masters in abroad.
Yes. Another thing, Ankit, like now GATE result is out and students are looking for opportunities for them. And core branch students, like if I talk about mechanical engineers, they keep on asking like, sir, I want to go into data science, I want to go into artificial intelligence, I want to go into additive manufacturing, I want to go into e-mobility, something like that. Now when we see in India, no doubt IITs have these kind of opportunities, but they are very limited, I must say that, because compared to global opportunities, India and IITs, though we have 10, 20 good universities, and that too, if we see the number of students who are aspiring to get into that, that is a huge. So does it make sense that if you want to get these kind of options, like you're a mechanical engineer and you want to be in supply chain management, or you want to be in data science, why not explore opportunities in these universities where you can easily get the admission? And as you gave one point, Ankit, that GATE के through admission लेना may be difficult, but without that abroad में अच्छी universities में admission लेना competitive कम है, उसमें उतना competition नहीं है, and you can pursue your domain of interest. अगर इंडिया में नहीं मिल रहा है तो बाहर आपको मिलता है, and you go there and you will enjoy very good career. So what is your answer to this particular query of the students कि सर मेरे को ये चीज चाहिए, इंडिया में कहाँ मिलेगी, अगर इंडिया में मिलना मुश्किल है, कैन आई गो अब्रॉड? सो व्हाट इज योर पॉइंट ऑन दैट?
So, I mean, if a particular student really wants to upgrade his skill, for example, there are a lot of good opportunities coming up in future in related to these fields, such as supply chain and data science, and also machine learning and artificial intelligence. So, I mean, we have had students, those who got IITs, but they refused IITs. They wanted to go to Singapore for pursuing supply chain management, right? And I'm truly believe, the sole purpose of life is basically, getting a good career. So it doesn't really matter, if you're getting good career in abroad, if you're good career in India, wherever you're getting good career, just pick it up. But in abroad, I believe it's really easy to get a good career, because these government and all of these countries are looking for a very skillful set of
People.
talented people, right? So I mean, in that regard, I would say definitely, if you get a chance of going abroad for your masters or your PhD, definitely you should take that
Sure.
take that option, because it's
Okay.
very easy to learn skills in abroad, and basically, utilize all the resources provided by the university and that particular country.
Okay. So, Ankit, I'll come back to my other important interactive points and discussion with you. But at the same time, we should keep on answering to the queries of the students who are asking their questions. So, Sanjeev Kumar is saying, what about computer science? Maybe he's from computer science. I don't know. My personal view is like computer science guys have more opportunities abroad. I don't know what is your view on that, Ankit. But I think more opportunities in the sense that yes, they can get very good options there, and they are also looking for, like if I give you example of technical university Munich, so far YourPedia has sent students to technical university Munich, only computer science students. I believe that they give more preference to computer science students. So what is your take on that? Is computer science given more preference to these university? I mean, they have got more opportunities, Ankit.
Well, I mean, truly, those who are from computer science, they have got really good opportunities in abroad, right? As compared to India, that's my opinion. The thing is that basically, if you look at the salary stats, it's really higher in abroad as compared to India.
Yes.
And doesn't really matter if you go to Germany or if you go to Singapore or
Mm,
Canada or basically in USA,
mhm.
you are bound to get, if you have previous experiences in India, or if you have done really good during your masters, you're bound to get minimum. I mean, in Canada and in USA, it's close to pretty much six-figure salaries. For
Okay.
example, 90K,
Mm,
100K, it's very normal. And
mm,
then basically, those who are from data science, they also get equivalent opportunity for somewhere around 80K per year, 90K
mm,
per year.
mhm.
And in Germany, I'm pretty much sure that starting salary is somewhere around 30 to 40,000 euros. But if you have
Okay.
got experience of couple of years, so you
Mm,
might earn more. So I
wonderful.
mean, pretty much sure, these fields are, basically in demand. For example,
Mm,
we have
mm,
computer science. It's really in demand, and
mm,
basically now they're coming up with bunch of other fields as well. For example,
mm,
machine learning and AI.
mm,
So of
mm,
course, the scope is really good, and the
mm.
advantage is basically, these guys can come back to India and they get even more good career in India if they want.
Hmm. So that means salary structure, whatever they are going to get, as you mentioned, even 100K per annum. So that structure is quite lucrative, Ankit, and the kind of money they will spend on education, certainly that will be returned to them, and they start getting really good perks and salaries.
So,
Uh,
they don't have to worry about the education loan. They can repay everything within 2 to 3 years.
hmm.
That's for sure.
So the burden will not come on parents.
I'm pretty much sure it's not.
Hmm. Next question is from Aminul Islam, and he's saying, "Sir, my GATE score is 558 in civil engineering, 78% is BTech, and he's asking about the chance of universities in Singapore. He says my English is not so good. So that is also one of the very common queries, Ankit. Like my English is not good, and technocrats or students in India, they fear English. They think that foreign admission means English. Foreign admission means a lot of money spent. These two things stop Indian student from exploring for foreign opportunities. Where I know that people in Germany, they know, I think their fluency will be lesser than that of people in India, but still they fear that English मेरे को नहीं आता, तो शायद, like, we know the states, like Bimaru states, we can call them North Indian states, majority of the states, English is not very good. And I also want to quote here, like, people from Punjab, though English उतना communication में comfortable नहीं है लोग, लेकिन they have explored opportunities in Canada. I mean, they are there, they go there. Is English, not knowing English or fluency नहीं है English का, मेरे को बोलना नहीं आता है, can that be a constraint in their exploring opportunities abroad, Ankit?
Well, I don't think so, sir, because again, if you don't have a good command in English, so the first criteria is to write IELTS and show the universities that you have certain level of command on English language.
Mhm.
And the second thing is, even if you don't score well in IELTS exam, so university will provide you with their resources. They will provide
Mhm.
you classes with English, right?
Okay.
And
Mhm.
the next thing which I have noticed, since we have involved we are basically involved with a lot of students for IELTS preparation as well. So
Mhm.
they treat IELTS just like an ordinary Indian exam, where they have
Okay.
to write IELTS exam and then
Okay.
fetch the highest level of band. some
Mhm.
some students target 9 out of 20 literally. So
Mhm.
that's not the case with IELTS exam.
Mhm.
For example, if you're going to Germany, so the
Mhm.
minimum requirement would be 6.5 to 7 bands. Just
Okay.
take 6.5 to 7 bands. You don't
Mhm.
have to score 8 or 9. For
Mhm.
example, in Canada, the minimum requirement is 6.5 bands. Just
Mhm.
focus on 6.5 bands
Mhm.
and you'll be good. Same in Europe, the requirement 6 bands. So I don't know why you are targeting 8 or 9 bands. Doesn't really make any sense. So this is not like ordinary Indian exam. Just have to fulfill the
You
criteria.
are qualified. It is not that you get very high GATE score, you land up in some very good course. It is not like that. So IELTS में बहुत ज़्यादा band की requirement नहीं है, as you said, 6.5 will work for you. And if you qualify that, you become eligible for so many good universities and so many good courses. Okay, next question I'll take, Ankit, is from Devraj. He says GATE score is 418, ST category mechanical engineering. Can I get NITIE Bombay? I think that question is for me. So yes, Devraj, because you are a scheduled tribe category, and I believe that last year score was less than this. So NITIE mein you should try. IIT NIT obviously will get it, but even NITIE ke liye you should fill the form because forms are out now. Then Nitesh is asking, I want to pursue MS without gate from German, Singapore. Please guide. That is what he's saying. So obviously Nitesh, ये जो सारा के सारा जो YourPedia ने इस बार एक module launch किया है. YourPedia has 3 modules as of now running. Let me tell each one of you. One module is like those who are interested only for higher education in India, with gate or without gate. Second module is those who are interested only for abroad. That also is a their module. And third is combination of these two. Those who want to explore in India also and want to explore abroad also, that is a third module. And the reason why we launched this third module, because we strongly believe that आपके पास you should have more options on table. Because if you have more options, you become chooser. And when you choose the best for you, it eventually has a long-term impact on your career. एंड एक्सप्लोर के लिए ज्यादा एफर्ट नहीं लगता, एक्सप्लोरेशन में पैसा खर्च नहीं होता. दैट मीन्स इफ यू हैव सम ऑप्शंस ऑन योर टेबल एंड देन यू चूज द बेस्ट वन, इट कैन हैव अ बिग डिफरेंस इन योर करियर लेटर ऑन. बट एक्सप्लोरेशन के लिए जो आपको एफर्ट करना है वो बहुत ज्यादा नहीं होता. यू आर अप्लाइंग हियर, यू आर अप्लाइंग देयर, सो द मोर ऑप्शंस यू गेट इट, choose the best option for you. This is the reason we came out with the combination module, I mean, for India also, for abroad also. And Nitesh, if you want to do MS from abroad, like Germany and Singapore, the probability of getting admission is very, very high. Nitesh, I tell you that probability is very high because these guys are not so much fussy about the score. Like just now Ankit said, आपको IELTS में ऐसा नहीं कि सब 8 बैंड ले लो तो आपको अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी मिलेगी. It is not like that. There are combination of things. And if you fulfill those combination of criterias, you surely get admission because competition is less in those universities. India में competition है because people, students are more and our resources are less. We know we are a developing country and resources are less, especially for very good course in very good university. So everybody wants that. But foreign में ऐसा नहीं है. Foreign में higher education के लिए I think we have some space available there and we can plug and we can fill those spaces. So we can go for that, Nitesh. So my advice to you is go and consult with YourPedia global mentors. You will get the idea. Inspire saying, anyone who buys GATE counseling this year, please let me know how to buy it. Inspire, you can get in touch with the executives of YourPedia. You have the contact numbers. They will help you out. Doraemon says that score is 287, CGPA is 9.1, SC category. So do I stand IIT, MS and PhD from it? Doraemon, I've already answered this query of yours yesterday. Because of your category and high CGPA, you surely will get call from IITs. You will get that. Arindam Roy, his question is very relevant, and Ankit, this question is for you. Arindam Roy says, sir, I am in 8th semester computer science and I have 9 CGPA till now. But I have a backlog in 6th semester due to which I did not get my CGPA for 6th semester. Can I get Technical University Munich Informatics? I will clear backlog in 8th semester. So looks like he has some backlog because of which he is not having his CGPA. Now he's interested in Technical University Munich Informatics. So what is your answer to that, Ankit?
So basically, yes, I mean, truly you stand a chance. Doesn't really matter, how many backlogs you have had during your bachelor's. So we have this case of one student. His CGPA was now 7.96, and he was inspiring to do his master's in the field of electronics from in Europe, basically.
Okay.
So he had somewhere around 8 to 9 backlogs, which he cleared during his bachelor's. And he came to us for guidance, and he literally applied to all the topmost universities in Europe, namely TU Munich, and basically KTH and Chalmers in Sweden. and then basically he applied to a bunch of topmost universities in UK as well, and he applied for this Netherlands as well. And we built up his profile and his documents as well, and right now he's studying at TU Delft, which
Okay,
is the
wonderful.
topmost universities in the field of electrical, I'm sorry. So you
Mm.
can see here, doesn't really matter how many backlogs you have, just make sure you clear all of them and take one backlog certificate. That's all I'm asking.
Okay, wonderful. So Ankit, students, I think one of the reasons which stop students from exploring opportunities is they don't believe it. When we say that you will get it, they don't believe that way. Maybe because looks like it cannot be. Like I remember when I used to tell students that getting IIT is not difficult if you follow certain steps, and if you prepare for certain things, you can get led up in IITs. Students were not believing that earlier, but now, because they're following certain steps, we'll not say that without preparation they will land up there, but yes, you have to follow some certain steps. So similarly, top universities abroad also, you need to maintain some kind of consistency. You need to fulfill some kind of requirements. Like if they have requirements of IELTS, maybe you have to write IELTS. If they are requirement of writing very good cover letter, then that you have to do that. So those things, if you do, it is not difficult, but yes, there's certainly a strategy, there's certainly a methodology. You need to follow that under the guidance of mentors. And if mentor is there to hold your hand and to take you there, just walk along with the mentors. Walk to आप ही को करना है, but हाथ पकड़ के mentor आपका चलेगा, and you will land up there. Inspire again is asking how to buy post-GATE counseling package or something. So Inspire, go to the website of YourPedia, yourpedia.in, and rest is self-explanatory. You can go and you can purchase the module there. Arindam ka answer we have done, and now Jay is saying my mechanical rank is 4846 and category is OBC. What are my chances? IITs and PSU. कुछ PSU से कॉल आएगा 846 पे 2000 रैंक तक लास्ट ईयर IUCL ने कॉल किया था, तो मेरे को लगता है जय यू विल गेट अ कॉल, जस्ट प्रिपेयर वेल. IITs तो तुम्हें मिलेगा, एंड PSU से तुम्हें कॉल आएगा, जस्ट मैनेज इट वेल. बिकॉज कॉल आना सिलेक्शन नहीं होता जय, आपको इंटरव्यू की तैयारी करनी है, GD वगैरह की तैयारी करनी है, जस्ट फोकस ऑन दैट पार्ट ऑल्सो. What about electric vehicle abroad? So Nitesh is the same boy, Ankit, who was asking about, I want to do MS without gate from foreign country, and now he's saying what about electric vehicle abroad? So I told you, like, there are so many students this year who are coming out with a very specific requirements for higher education. कोई e-mobility बोलता है, कोई e-vehicle बोलता है, कोई rapid this additive manufacturing बोलता है, कोई artificial intelligence बोलता है. So students are coming out with a very specific requirement of theirs, and on the basis of my experience, Ankit, of all these years in IIT system, I'm of the opinion that IITs are wonderful institutes. They have so many courses, but seeing the kind of competition in India, तो हर किसी को चांस नहीं मिलता. जैसे अगर कोई स्टूडेंट बोलता है कि साहब मेरा गेट स्कोर भी कम है, CGPA भी कम है, मैं मैकेनिकल का हूं और मेरे को डेटा साइंस में जाना है, टॉप यूनिवर्सिटी इंडिया में जाना है, तो रिस्ट्रिक्टेड है काम. कुछ तो चाहिए तुम्हारे पास, गेट स्कोर चाहिए या CGPA चाहिए, कुछ तो चाहिए. Now, a student who is not having any of the credentials and he is aspiring to do in data science, I advise him go explore opportunities abroad, because abroad में है, वहां पे अवेलेबिलिटीज हैं, बहुत अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, बहुत पुरानी यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, and they have a wonderful infrastructure for that. So what is your answer to Nitesh? E-vehicle, can I get abroad or not?
I mean, sure, there are universities which will provide you with this specialization, but mostly you will be applying under mechanical engineering, and then basically, during your second year of masters, you will choose your thesis topic on e-vehicles, right? But I'm pretty much sure, yes, you can get the admission. So in many of the universities, students mainly apply to generalized master's program in their respective domain, and then basically there are two requirements. So few universities there are few mandatory coursework which they have to complete, and then they can choose electives, and then again it's totally up to them when it comes to choosing the coursework. They can choose according to their interest.
And Ankit, if you see the question, can I get electric vehicle abroad? This question only Indian student can ask. I tell you why, because in India we have that particular training, like admission होता है और नहीं होता है. अगर मेरे पास ये written exam है तो admission होगा, नहीं तो admission नहीं होगा. So that question only Indian students will ask, because they don't get admission also. That is true, because they may not electric vehicle. I know that there's a course of electric vehicle in some top universities in India, but they may not get it because they don't have credential. So this question does not arise for foreign universities because yes, you will get it. Question is not कि मिलेगा कि नहीं. Question ये कि कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी में मिलेगा, किस फंडिंग के पे मिलेगा, and how judiciously I choose it so that I do this course from some universities so that after I graduate I get very good opportunity. तो question ये नहीं है कि मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा. Question should be like from where should I get it and how should I do it so that I optimize my resources, less or cost on the fees or something on, and very good opportunities thereafter. That should be the question in my opinion. Now Ankit, you mentioned something about the kind of salary structure, and top goal got impressed by that salary structure. He says he's asking, is it 90K per year, 90K per year, that statistics which you were giving. So he wants that, what is this, I mean, salary structure abroad?
Oh yes, basically it's 90,000. If you're talking about Canada, so it is $90,000 per year.
So that
And
means
if you have,
$7,000, $8,000 per month, right?
yes, exactly, and it's more than sufficient to
Yeah,
live
obviously.
and save for your education loan.
That's true.
And you can also, I've seen students, they are earning like $40 per hour, $45 per hour, $50 per hour,
Wonderful.
right? So
Ankit, my next question is from Ankush, and he's saying, I am electrical engineer 2016 pass out. So gap is there. So is gap a problem if I want to pursue MS in Germany? Now you also know that students keep on writing GATE years after years after years, and they keep on chasing that hypothetical good GATE score, which makes their life comfortable, and that hypothetical score never comes. So now he's asking that gap has come. I'm 2016 pass out. So what are the opportunities for me in MS abroad, and is my gap a problem for me in future?
I don't think so that gap really matters because it's very common thing in abroad. So students keep on attending universities, they take leave, and then again after a few years they will come back to complete their programs. So gap is not a problem. Even we have one students with 4 to 5 years of gap, and he was interested in Germany, and he got offers from like 2 to 3 universities in Germany, which is fair, right? All you have to do is just have to explain what you were doing in those years. If you are preparing for government exam, just be frank, right? I'm preparing for government exam. They will understand that they were aware of the scenarios in India. That the
So they
exams
just
are annually. Yeah.
so they just want to see your level for the job and what skills you have acquired, right, Ankit?
So university in abroad just focus on one thing when they look for a particular student, right? They just want to make sure that if they give a particular student offer letter, he or she will finish the program because
Okay.
dropout rate is very high in abroad.
So Indians will never drop out. Indians
Of
will
course,
always.
I've never seen any single Indian dropping out,
Uh,
but yeah, it's very high. So
hmm.
they just make sure that
Yeah.
if that university is offering a particular student a seat, they just want to make sure that he will survive 2 years. That's all.
India mein to even if they take 7 years, but they will never drop.
Of course,
So they will complete the course for sure.
academia in India is pretty much
Yes.
difficult than in abroad.
That is what Ankit, I strongly I'm very bullish about the future of Indian students in foreign universities because we are tuned like that. I mean, we write the most difficult exams at the level of 12th class, like JEE exams we prepare, we write, and our entire system is like school नहीं छोड़ना होता है, drop out नहीं करना होता है, course को complete करना होता है. So that is there actually, we know that. And if we say no, इस लड़के ने engineering join किया था, फिर छोड़ दिया, that is a rare case for us. It is not a normal case, it's a rare case for us. I don't remember any of my friends in the batchmate, entire batch, somebody left engineering. He must have taken a break, he must have completed that in 5 years or 6 years, but never left it. So that in Indian students, that is naturally it comes, and yes, they go there abroad, they certainly do well. Next question is from Nirve. Can you please tell how people get opportunity in abroad? Like in India, do company also come as campus placement, or even after completing we need to apply like off campus? So this question also keeps on bothering students, Ankit, कि जैसे इंडिया में क्या होता है, आपने एमटेक किया, साहब बीटेक किया, आपने बहुत अच्छा सीजीपीए लिया, कंपनी आई, प्लेसमेंट्स हुआ, आपकी जॉब लग गई. अब्रॉड में कैसे होता है? दैट क्वेश्चन.
सर आंसर उसका ये है कि अब्रॉड में कहीं भी चल जाओ आप, सिस्टम फेयर है आपके साथ, राइट? So no company will favor you because you are from this university, that university. Even
Okay.
जो topmost universities के students हैं, they
हम्म,
they also face ejection. और जो
हम्म,
एक normal university का है, वो उसको job मिल जाएगा. So I
हम्म,
mean the first thing is system is fair. The second
हम्म,
thing is there is no concept of placement.
हम्म,
The most you will get is the career fairs. So
हम्म,
उसमें क्या होगा कि company के representatives आएंगे and they will just put up their stalls, right? You will just
हम्म,
give them your resume, and then
हम्म,
basically they will give you their contact card, and
okay.
they will just simply say one thing: if you are good enough, you will get an interview call.
Okay.
That's the only thing happens in abroad.
हम्म,
Everything depends on you,
हम्म,
your
तो
masters, your job, your
हम्म,
skills. Everything
हम्म,
depends on you. So one advice: just
हम्म,
don't fear this thing, because system is fair to everyone, right?
okay.
And then basically everything depends on you, so utilize your time during masters.
Hmm. So, Ankit, when it comes to foreign admission, I keep on getting many calls from students, and they make me talk to their parents. Their parents talk to me nowadays, and they ask me that if we invest so much of money on education of a student, we are investing lakhs of rupees. So, ये sure है कि इसको नौकरी लग जाएगी और ये अच्छा करेगा. सो एंड ऐसे भी स्टूडेंट्स जिनके क्रेडेंशियल अभी तक बहुत अच्छे नहीं है, कॉलेज अच्छे नहीं है. When their parents talk to me, father of the student talks to me, he says कि इसने अभी तक बहुत अच्छा नहीं किया है, and now I'm gonna invest let's say 25-30 lakh rupees on his education, maybe it is loan, but क्या ये वापस कर देगा, इसकी नौकरी लग जाएगी, ये कुछ अच्छा कर देगा. वो फियर जो है वो दिमाग में होता है लोगों के. तो अच्छी नौकरी लग जाने के लिए how is to behave, how is to do in during his graduation there.
So this first thing is skills. अब्रॉड में कोई नहीं आपसे पूछेगा कि बेसिकली आपने कोर्स वर्क कौन से किए हैं, व्हाट सॉर्ट ऑफ कोर्स वर्क यू हैव डन. दे आर ओनली फोकस ऑन योर स्किल्स एंड द एक्सपीरियंसेस यू हैव, राइट?
Mm-hmm.
सो वंस यू कम अब्रॉड, जस्ट फोकस ऑन स्किल्स कि मुझे ये सॉफ्टवेयर सीखने हैं, ये इंडस्ट्री की करंट रिक्वायरमेंट है, एंड आई विल जस्ट स्टे फोकस ऑन दीज थिंग्स. So from day one, if you're focusing on your skill set, if you want to learn few skills, and basically you're not diverting, right? Basically I've seen a lot of students come here, they basically tend to divert towards part-time jobs, क्योंकि part-time jobs भी जरूरी है. Anyhow, it depends on country to country. But अभी क्या है कि आपके पास skills number one चीज है. अगर आपके पास स्किल्स है, आपको जॉब बहुत इजीली मिलेगी, आपको स्ट्रगल नहीं करना पड़ेगा, जस्ट जितना आपको स्ट्रगल इंडिया में करना पड़ेगा विद स्किल्स.
That's true.
बिकॉज इंडिया में डिमांड बहुत ज्यादा, सप्लाई बहुत ज्यादा है,
Supply,
उतना डिमांड नहीं है,
सही है.
राइट? बट इन अब्रॉड, जस्ट डोंट फियर एनीथिंग. अगर स्किल्स हैं, आपको आता है, देन यू विल गेट द जॉब. नोबडी इज गोइंग टू
और
रिजेक्ट यू.
स्किल तो आता ही, मतलब आप एफर्ट करोगे तो स्किल आ जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं है कि
ऑफ
सब
कोर्स,
स्किल नहीं आएगा.
मास्टर्स कर रहे हैं, ऑफ कोर्स.
हम्म. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. फर्स्ट आई विल टेक दिस क्वेश्चन. आधार का क्वेश्चन है. गेट स्कोर इज 361, इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर, जनरल कैटेगरी, 85% इन बीटेक. सी आधार 85% बीटेक, 361 जनरल कैटेगरी. Very high chance for direct PhD in India in universities in electrical engineering and interdisciplinary, and MS calls also from old IIT in some departments you are going to get it. So MS and PhD. MTech तुम्हें NIT में मिलेगा, तो आधार बेस्ट बेट इज इफ यू गेट MS and PhD in old IITs with this credential. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अरिंदम रॉय. ही सेज अगेन, अरिंदम से हमारा बात हुआ टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी म्यूनिक का. Will my MS in informatics from Technical University Munich help me in getting high paying job in India? And can I be placed in USA from Technical University Munich? How are placements for TUM? So this question is all about, like, once I graduate from TUM, what kind of job opportunities are there for me in India, US, and Europe and all?
So in Germany, or in every country, for example, we have Australia, Canada, we have USA as well. So nobody again will give you job. Again, I'm repeating myself, but nobody is going to give you job basis on of your school. You can go to a lower rank university, but you could be good, in doing a job. You have skills, you will get higher, right? So TU Munich is giving you opportunity to learn basically a skill, and then basically you can little bit use your branding of TU Munich, right? But not everything will be depending on the branding. And then basically what my advice is, do a job in Germany, because again you will get a stay back of 18 months. So again you will take that stay back, and then basically you will come back to India after serving 2 to 3 years in Germany. You can come back to India. Everyone would accept you. That's for sure, right? And regarding your second portion of question is basically if you can get placed from TU Munich to USA, it's not possible. It's not possible because USA, they have their own talents. USA is producing their own talents. So I'm pretty much sure that you will get a position in Germany. I know many students who graduate from Germany and now they are working in all different European countries. Some are working in Denmark, Italy. So it is possible, but from Germany to Canada or Germany to USA, it's very rare.
So I'm not understanding why, if Arindam is interested in USA or if he is interested in India, he should be very straight in that. Actually, we should not take a route. Why he's taking Technical University Munich, that I'm not getting. Because if he wants to be in US, apply for MS in US. He will get MS in US also.
Of course.
I mean, wait for 6 more months and he will get in US. He should be very, very clear. Like if he wants to serve in US and India both, I think the best option is do MS from US University. That is very good. I mean, if he goes there and does from USA, and then once he does that, he can serve in India also, he can serve in US also. Then this Europe and Germany goes out of the picture. So Arindam, if you want to be in USA, just do MS from USA. Why Technical University Munich is coming to your mind? If it is all about clearing some exam, it is a job of only 1 or 2 months. I'll request all the students sitting here that your thoughts should be very, very clear. And you can directly interact with the mentors like Ankit and Rahul and all these mentors who mentor you for abroad foreign universities, because they've explored those opportunities themselves. They know the situation in India, they know the situation abroad. They can guide you very well how you have to take a decision, because the right decision is very, very important. If you take a wrong decision, it may not help you in future. So take a right decision and proceed forward in that direction. Next question is from Abhishek. So he's 2021 pass out, electronics 85% from I think centrally funded technical institute. You are talking about Abhishek, CFTI. Gate score is this. So if you're from CFTI 85%, you will get multiple calls in multiple departments. Please, Abhishek, watch one of my videos in which I have mentioned in detail that if you are centrally funded technical institute 80% plus marks, then what are the opportunities available for you? So that you please watch that video. In that I have mentioned in detail. Though you have gate score also, that is wonderful. So Sunanda is saying 609 gate score and rank is 982 electronics. Any chance in IIT? Yes, you have the chance in IIT as per your gate score you gave me. MTech chances in old IITs are there in some of the departments. Kailashar will help you in that. Plus, if you mention the gates CGPA, then MS ke liye also you will become eligible. Now, Saransh ka question is for you, Ankit. Saransh is saying, sir, what about coming to India after MS in mechanical from Germany? Sir, will not be able to get a job in India because my father thinks that way. What is the answer to this? So Saransh is asking a question that if I do MS from Germany, he may not get job in India. He says that his father thinks that way. So what is the answer to this question, Ankit?
I think सर इस क्वेश्चन को अप्रोच करने का मल्टीपल वे है. फॉर एग्जांपल अगेन आप जर्मनी में पढ़ रहे हैं एंड देन आप सीधा इंडिया नहीं आ सकते, राइट? बिकॉज वो रिस्की होगा. You will get 18 months of stay back. In 18 months, just basically focus on getting a job, get experience of couple of years, and then वहाँ पे बहुत सारे MNCs है. For example, Alstom है, बहुत सारे MNCs हैं. आप सीधा उनको बोल सकते हो कि transfer me back to India. They will transfer you back to India for a project or something. अगर आपको permanent basis में इंडिया आना है तो definitely Germany engineering के लिए ही तो है. I mean, their engineering is known all over the world, right? So no, definitely I don't think that you will get you will not face basically you will face any difficulty. So I'm pretty much sure you will get really good opportunities back in our home.
I will quote some examples here, Ankit. One of the example is that of Rahul itself. Rahul, after graduating from IIT Kanpur, and then he worked in Caterpillar, and his friends started working in Caterpillar in US. Now, while he was working in Caterpillar India, it was difficult for him to go to US. But the person who is working in Caterpillar US, for him it is very easy to land up in India, to come back to India. Same situation came with one of my friends who was doing his job in Goldman Sachs in New York, and Goldman Sachs has office, if I'm not wrong, in Bangalore and Bombay also. So that guy came for Bangalore when they were establishing, I think, one office in Bangalore or Bombay. He came and he said that I have option. I mean, I can stay back and I can work in India also. So the person who is graduating from those universities in abroad, for them coming and working in India cannot be a problem, especially in those MNCs which are having the base in those countries also and India also. That is how we can summarize, I think, this particular thing.
Even sir, we have a lot of examples in
Yeah.
YourPedia where students from, we have students from IITs who wants to leave IITs. For
Yes.
example, we have one of our mentor, Jyoti, right? She
Yeah.
was doing her PhD from
Yes.
IIT Delhi, right? In the
Yes.
area of
Yes.
physics. And
Mm.
she was basically dying to get an opportunity in abroad.
Yes. Yes.
And she came to us and basically she got Penn State. And then
Mm.
we have one of our students, working in PSU, EIL,
Mm.
right? And
Mm.
he left EIL for
Mm.
his PhD in Georgia Tech, right? So I
Mm.
mean, it's totally up to you. If you are thinking that you are not basically finding suitable opportunities in abroad, just
Mm.
don't wait for it, right? Because it will take a lot of years. In India, exams are basically
Mm.
mostly of them are annual basis, or basically उनके उनके वो आते हैं प्रोजेक्ट, आई मीन पोस्ट आती हैं, वो पोस्ट आ रही है, कब आ रही है, क्या नहीं आ रही है, वो बहुत टाइम लग जाता है कहीं कई बार। फॉर एग्जांपल बहुत सारे लोग जेई के एग्जाम के लिए बैठे हुए हैं अभी तक
बैठे
से,
रहते हैं हम। मतलब इतना
राइट?
टैलेंट वेस्ट है अंकित, आई टेल यू ऑनेस्टली, इतना ज्यादा टैलेंट वेस्ट है इंडिया के अंदर। व्हेन स्टूडेंट्स दे डोंट क्वालिफाई गेट एंड दे से हम ड्रॉप कर लेते हैं एक के बाद एक के बाद एक के बाद, यू विल सरप्राइज टू नो इफ आई टेल यू देयर इज अ गैप और ड्रॉप ऑफ 10 years आफ्टर ग्रेजुएशन फॉर वन गवर्नमेंट जॉब। 10 साल का गैप एक जूनियर इंजीनियर की जॉब के लिए। और जब वो इंटरव्यू में जाते हैं, इट इज सो डिफिकल्ट टू जस्टिफाई कि भाई तुमने 10 साल का गैप ले लिया इस जॉब के लिए, मतलब 10 साल में तुम कहीं कुछ कर सकते थे। सो दैट मे नॉट बी जुडिशियस, एंड आज के डेट में ये जुडिशियस डिसीजन नहीं है, बिकॉज देयर ट्रेमेंडस अपॉर्चुनिटीज ओवर देयर एंड यू कैन स्टार्ट, एक साल में तुम कहीं से कहीं पहुंच जाओगे, ग्रोथ ट्रेजेक्टरी आपकी किसी डायरेक्शन में तुम्हें ले जाएगी। सो यू शुड नॉट think of that. In fact, next question उसी से related है अंकित। Now there's Anshuman Mohanty, he's saying if someone is not able to clear gate, it simply means that his concept regarding the subject are too weak, so he should rather work on his concept rather than applying somewhere. Anshuman, I would like to answer this question first and then maybe Ankit. My answer to this is gate for higher education in India, gate is a criteria only in India. इफ यू सी हायर एजुकेशन के लिए जो क्राइटेरिया अब्रॉड में है वो टेक्निकल पूछता भी नहीं है, वो जीआरई पूछता है, एल्स पूछता है। सो अगर आपने टेक्निकल किसी एग्जाम की तैयारी नहीं की और तो तुम्हारे कंसेप्ट वीक हैं, आई विल नॉट एग्री टू दैट। नंबर टू, इवन इन इंडिया आई नो सो मेनी कैपेबल स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव वंडरफुल बैकग्राउंड, वंडरफुल टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड, लेकिन उनसे गेट कभी नहीं निकला, गेट कभी नहीं निकलता, गेट में उनका स्कोर अच्छा नहीं आता। इनफैक्ट देयर आर सो मेनी students whom I give chance for teaching, they're wonderful teachers, उनका गेट नहीं निकला, they're wonderful teachers। तो गेट ना निकलना इसका मतलब है कि तुम्हारे कंसेप्ट वीक हैं, आई विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट दैट, दैट लॉजिक आई विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट। हाँ, कंसेप्ट अच्छे नहीं है तो तुम पढ़ाई जरूर करते हो, लेकिन जब पढ़ते हो तो कंसेप्ट इंप्रूव होते हैं। सो गेट एग्जाम कोई सर्टिफाई नहीं करता कि आपके कंसेप्ट बहुत अच्छे हैं। लेट मी पुट इट दिस वे, इफ यू क्लियर गेट विद गुड मार्क्स, certainly that shows that you have concepts, but if you don't clear gate, and that does not mean your concepts are not good, maybe exam pressure or maybe any reason you may not have done good in that exam। तो मेरे को ये नहीं लगता। नंबर टू, आपको आगे जब मास्टर्स में आप जाते हैं ना, तो आपको पूरी इंजीनियरिंग का नॉलेज नहीं चाहिए होता। when you go for masters you need a specific knowledge of a subject, that in masters you can put effort and you can acquire that, and after masters also when you land up in job, maybe whatever you learned in graduation and masters you are not even using it। So these are platforms, these higher education courses and engineering, these are platforms, use them as platforms and make a strategy for jobs later on। Anything addition you want to do, Ankit, in this particular question of Anshuman?
Oh yes sir, I mean first of all, अगर आप यूनिवर्सिटी का सिलेक्शन ट्रेंड देखोगे, दे डोंट इवन नो व्हाट द गेट इज। सिर्फ
Yes।
पूरे वर्ल्ड में सिर्फ 4 यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं जिनको गेट के बारे में पता है, एंड बाकी सब यूनिवर्सिटीज दे आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ दिस गेट एग्जाम, and to be very honest, they are not basically interested in knowing anything about gate exam because
मतलब
they
उनको
have their
टेक्निकल से
own
लेना भी
ticket।
कुछ नहीं है, वो मान के चलते हैं कि पढ़ लिए तो ठीक है।
The best thing about foreign university is basically your admission depends on your overall profile. So it depends on the number of projects you have done, number of internships you have done, your CGPA, and there are a lot of other things they see. So टेक्निकल का तो कुछ वहाँ पे है भी नहीं। आई मीन अगर आपने प्रोजेक्ट्स अच्छे किए हैं, 2 से 3 प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं, 1 से 2 इंटर्नशिप हैं, so you stand a chance, as simple as that, right?
So
So
that
I
is what
mean
I'm
pretty
saying,
much
like
sure, yeah.
students make so many assumptions in their mind that stops them from exploring the opportunities. Ankit,
I
इतनी
will give
ज्यादा
you sir
assumptions
one
है.
more. I will give you sir one more example. For example, right now in USA, उनको GRE भी नहीं चाहिए, सिर्फ आपसे IELTS चाहिए.
Okay. In
आप
US
IELTS,
also.
US also sir. आप IELTS दो, GRE मत दो, आप कोई बात नहीं. उनको रिक्वायरमेंट भी नहीं है. उन्होंने सब मैक्सिमम यूनिवर्सिटीज ने अभी वेव ऑफ करके रखे हुए हैं.
That is through
So just
COVID. It was waived off during COVID. It
oh yes,
still is continuing.
yep. So I mean pretty much sure अगर आपके पास ओवरऑल प्रोफाइल है, आप एक सिंपल सा एग्जाम IELTS लिखो and then you will get into really good universities, and many of them will be above IITs.
Obviously. So and IELTS, how much time do you think it will take students to write this exam and get score?
So I'm again saying my only advice to all of these students who are in process of writing IELTS exam or thinking about getting to abroad is don't treat IELTS as a conventional exam. Just fulfill the minimum admission requirement of that university and that country. You will be good. So frankly, if I have to tell you, 10 to 15 days, maximum 10 to 15
10 to
days.
15 days only, and else 6.5 band you will get it.
Of course. So ज्यादा time, I mean, एक महीना बहुत ज्यादा time मुझे लगता है IELTS के लिए. 10 to 15 days is sufficient.
Wonderful. Okay, Ankit, next question is from Javed, and he's saying my ME 399, XE 474, EWS category 9.08 CGPA. What would be the best option? So Javed, because of high CGPA, MS और direct PhD try करो इंडिया के अंदर. आपको calls आएगा. Monojit Kanji, he's saying computer science gate score 311, SC category CGPA 81, MS course in IIT Bombay और interdisciplinary course. देखो IIT बॉम्बे में तुम बॉर्डर पे हो सकते हो कंप्यूटर साइंस डिपार्टमेंट के अंदर MS के लिए. योर CGPA इज वेरी, योर बीटेक परसेंटेज इज गुड, सो ट्राई MTech RA जिसको MS भी बोलते हैं, एंड डोंट रिस्ट्रिक्ट योरसेल्फ ओनली टू IIT बॉम्बे. ट्राई अदर इंस्टीट्यूट्स आल्सो, लाइक IIT रोपड़ के अंदर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस है, तो व्हाई डोंट यू ट्राई दैट आल्सो. सो ट्राई अदर IITs आल्सो, बिकॉज इवेंचुअली प्लेसमेंट अच्छी हो जाएगा तुम्हारा कंपनीज में इफ यू डू फ्रॉम अदर IITs आल्सो. Karan is saying, can I get MTech in old IIT with 8 CGPA and score electrical 571? Yes, you will get Karan. MTech RA try karo, MS try karo. Sagar is saying that my gate score is low, 329. EWS background instrumentation 7.95. Can I get NITs? हाँ, NITs तुम्हें, लेकिन NIT से अच्छा सागर तुम अगर ट्राई करो सेल्फ स्पॉन्सर प्रोग्राम, और तुम ट्राई करो अगर MTech RA में तुम्हें मिल जाता है जहां 7.5 क्राइटेरिया है. IITs में भी ट्राई करो, और NITs तो बाद में आता है CCMT में, तो जो उसमें मिलना होगा वो तुम्हें मिल जाएगा, लेकिन ट्राई टू गेट इनटू IITs आल्सो. सोनिक का क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी हमने आंसर किया था. ही एडिशनल क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग, आई हैव गेट स्कोर ऑफ 583 इन इलेक्ट्रिकल एंड 739 जनरल रैंक मेरा है, CGPA 8.04. कैन आई गेट कॉल्स फ्रॉम PSU और एडमिशन इन टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी म्यूनिक? सो सी, इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग का टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी म्यूनिक में आप अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. आई डोंट नो वेदर एडमिशन आपको मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, दैट आई डोंट थिंक वी कैन आंसर. पब्लिक सेक्टर से तुम्हें कॉल आने के चांस कम है सोनिक. इफ यूर जनरल कैटेगरी, PSU से कॉल आने के चांस कम है, लेकिन इंडिया में MTech RA MS में तुम्हें कॉल आने के चांस है, बिकॉज योर CGPA is 8. Do you want to add anything to this, Ankit, to the queries of Sonic? He's asking very specific, can I get technical university Munich?
Sir, can you repeat his profile?
His profile is like electrical engineering में he's giving details of GATE. So GATE का requirement तो fulfill करता है technical university का म्यूनिक का. 583 का GATE score है उसका, CGPA is 8. He's asking, can I get technical university Munich? That is very specific question he's asking.
I think he might be able to, sir. I mean, with 8 CGPA and if I presume that he got like he has done 2 internships.
Okay.
And minimum of 2 project, he stands a chance because GATE scores का 97 से ऊपर, 97 percentile से ऊपर ही होगा. I mean,
हाँ वो तो ऊपर है. I mean that percentile criteria he fulfills. That I'm telling you that he fulfills. Only thing is क्या electrical engineering में technical university Munich में, and maybe we will advise him that if he's targeting foreign universities, then as you said IELTS के लिए तो वैसे ही 15 दिन लगते हैं, और कई जगह तो वो भी नहीं चाहिए, because one student went to technical university Munich, and the video is also there, interactive video is also there on the panel, on the YouTube channel we have. So उसमें तो उसने IELTS भी नहीं लिखा था, उसको कॉलेज से सर्टिफिकेट मिला इंग्लिश का प्रोफिशिएंसी का, and that boy did not write even IELTS. So he went to technical university Munich purely on the basis of his GATE score, which was not very high GATE score. So
yes, so basically, sir, last year they changed their visa requirement for
okay.
Yeah, now basically in Germany they need IELTS exam.
So IELTS exam is required now, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
For a
good.
for getting APS certificate.
Okay, so that may not be requirement of university, but visa के लिए requirement हो गया अभी.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So 10 to 15 days, as you said, if they prepare, they can land up there. Okay, now Vinish Modi saying 625 gate score, electronics and communication 9.44. आपका CGPA बहुत ज़्यादा है Vinish. So MS and PhD, direct PhD के options, old IITs और old IIT से तुम्हें MTech की भी opportunity मिलेगी कुछ अच्छे डिपार्टमेंट से. कैलाश सर से टच में आओ, वो आपको बताएंगे कौन से डिपार्टमेंट्स में you should go.
Sir, just to add to his just just a little bit more information regarding his profile, he will be able to get a lot of good universities in US. I'm like really good universities in US.
Okay.
Really good universities.
You are talking about whom?
Just जो अभी कैंडिडेट के आपने आपने
मैंने
अभी
विनीश
क्वेश्चन रीड
मोदी
किया.
का बताया
Yes, sir.
625 गेट स्कोर एंड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स 9.44 CGPA.
Yes, sir.
So you're talking
So
about him.
yes, sir. So he might be able to get QS ranking 50 below 50
So that you are telling on the basis of what? CGPA.
CGPA.
Okay. Okay. So next question is from Nagraj Ankit, and he says, I have checked Technical University Munich and RWTH Asian website. It is mentioned that non-European Union students need to submit GRE score, and nowhere mentioned GATE score is applicable instead of GRE. So he's saying that Technical University Munich and RWTH they have not mentioned GATE.
So sometimes basically it's a departmental requirement as well. Mostly, TU Munich, RWTH, and NUS and NTU, they do, accept a GATE score, but sometimes it depends on your department as well. So if the department is saying basically you have to write GRE, then again you have to write GRE.
Okay, that is how it is written. Okay, Robin Mondal is saying, sir, I'm not qualified GATE. I'm enrolled in YourPedia Global, sir. What are the option in India and foreign? Actually, I don't want to lose my 1 year. I'm preparing with job. So Robin, if you're already, I want to more explore in India and mainly foreign. So Robin, if you're already enrolled in global, what I advise you is like get in touch with directly with the mentors like Ankit and Rahul, because your question little bit is confusing. I'm not getting your question exactly. You're talking about India opportunities, you're talking about opportunities abroad, and you're talking about the jobs in India. So there are a couple of things you're talking about here. So Robin, if you're a registered student of YourPedia, please get in touch with the mentors and clarify your doubt. Then the next question is from HMM. 292 GATE computer science schedule cast. Can I get MTech MS in IIT 9 CGPA? Yes, if because you are GATE qualified and MS your CGPA is 9 and your schedule caste category student, MS and डायरेक्ट PhD से कॉल आएगा ओल्ड IIT से. तो जरूर ट्राई करना, और जहां पे MTech आ रही है या MS प्रोग्राम है वहां पे जरूर ट्राई करना, आपको वहां से कॉल आएगा. Anchit Chaudhary, I am just qualified GATE and I am also working in aerospace domain, but I want to go for higher education. So please suggest. He is aerospace guy and he is doing job. So Ankit, I would like to ask you here, like the students who do job, like there are so many students who keep on telling that, sir, we are doing job for the last 2 years, 3 years. So do we get an advantage, when we apply in Indian universities? So Indian universities में during time of application इसका advantage नहीं मिलता, honestly speaking. ऐसे नहीं कि सब आप 4 साल से जॉब कर रहे हैं तो आपको IIT ज्यादा कंसिडर करेगा. What is the situation abroad? I mean, if somebody has done some job and he's aspiring to get higher education abroad, does he get some kind of advantage there because of his job experience?
Sure, sir. Because these guys have proven skills based on their jobs. So I'm pretty much sure they will always get advantage in when it comes to getting a job. I'm talking about preferences, and then basically also these guys can fetch really good salaries in abroad. It depends on basically in which company basically he has worked. But I mean pretty much sure if that company is MNC, so I'm pretty much sure that will serve as a benefit.
So इसमें अंचित क्या है, आप एरोस्पेस डोमेन में काम कर रहे हैं, all you need to do is you need to identify some courses in foreign universities which are related to your job background, whatever you're doing. In aerospace domain में बहुत से प्रोफाइल होते हैं. Aerospace industry is a very broad industry and there are so many profiles in that. All you need to do is you need to identify whether you are in propulsion, you are in structures, you are in control and dynamics, what are you working in, and uske baad you identify the courses for you in foreign universities. And certainly foreign universities, especially those places which are very close to aerospace industries, We know that like we have Airbus and or European based industries and Boeing American. So maybe those universities which are very close or having proximity to these kind of industries, there you can try, and yes, your job experience will have certain advantage there. Now Deepak Mandal is saying 2021 pass out, CGPA is 6.5, GATE score is 600, prestigious foreign universities for data science. Now Deepak Mandrai is CGPA 6.5, his GATE score is 600, and he wants foreign university for data science.
No, sir, his case is pretty much crucial because he has less CGPA. But in YourPedia, we always believe that admission to a particular university depends on your overall profile, right?
Mm.
So if I have to basically see his CV first, right?
Okay.
Because I need to assess what kind of projects he has done, how many internships he has done, and how we can show his basically all of these things on his documents. For example, he has tried SOPs, LOR, and CV as well. So basically, in YourPedia, we do guide our students basically how you can show your experiences, and there is always a thing like this. If you have a weakest portion, so you have also got a strongest portion. You just have to ignore weakest portion. For example, in this case, it's CGPA. But I'm pretty much sure he has a lot of good or strong portion as well. So we just have to highlight those things.
Okay, Ankit, I made one video one day, and in that video I told that I cannot be 100% sure that you will get admission in IITs for MTech or MS. On the basis of the credential you have, it may not be there, but I'm 100% sure that you will get admission in MS abroad, in good universities, better university than IIT. And then I got some calls also that how can you say that you are sure that the student will get in very good universities abroad? So we discussed this particular thing. So I ask you this very question, that when we say students that okay, we will get you foreign universities, very good university in MS. So how can we say that?
Well, sir, again, the first thing is admission depends on your overall profile. You don't have to write any exams apart from GRE or IELTS, right? So, of course, the thing is, if you have really good balanced overall profile, doesn't really matter if you have less CGPA. There are always the things, basically which you can compensate your CGPA for. But the thing is, again, what our session is to our students, enrolled students, is always been like this. So what we do is we want to get them ambitious into ambitious universities and also to the safe universities. Now we don't ask them to get ambitious blindly, because there is no extent like you can apply to Harvard, Stanford, you might face rejection, right? So we ask them to get shortlist universities in three categories: ambitious, safe, and average. If you're not getting into ambitious, you might have an option to fall back to average or safe universities. So this is basically all about risk assessment. So we do that, and we provide them with bunch of universities, and they're always getting into these universities. So we have our experiences which says that if you have a really good profile, if you trust in your profile, you will get into all of these universities which we are suggesting, and that's for sure. Right now we have almost more than 95% selection rate in MS, and to be very honest, you are aware of this fact. We have not sent any of our students to below 500 ranked universities.
Yes.
If you have CGPA of 9, so we always try to send you to top 50 universities in the world, and many of our students, they are getting into top 50 universities in the world.
Why to say top 50? In fact, last week we got two Imperial College London selections also.
Exactly,
that is world rank 6. So they're getting very good opportunities.
We have one student, and she got into Imperial, and she got into University of California, Berkeley, and lot of good universities. We have selections in UW Medicine, we have selections in Rice University, we have selections in Penn State, right? And I'm talking about those who are not from IITs, NITs. For example, we have our student Gitartha. He's from Jorhat Engineering College, and he applied to he just has 8 CGPA, but he got into Rice University.
He got 13 selection, half a dozen, one dozen selection.
Of course, he got into Rice Universities. Now he's finalizing UW Medicine.
Wonderful. Okay, Ankit, next question is from Ravi. He says my rank is 4200 in electrical scheduled caste category option. So Ravi, because your rank is good, but I want you to tell me about GATE score. That is more clear, thing in my mind, which I can tell you. But because of your category, you will get, certainly you will get it. IITs and PSU calls also you will get it, Ravi. But be specific in your GATE score. I'll be in better position to guide you. Vishwa Pratap Singh says, I'm EWS 450 GATE score electrical engineer. Can I get MTech RA or something? CGPA is 8.5. Yes. So 8.5 CGPA, 450 GATE score is a best combination for getting MTech RA or MS program in old IITs also. So I think Vishwa Pratap, wherever mentors will suggest you, please keep applying. Not only IIT Hyderabad, as you mentioned, you stand chance in other old IITs also. So multiple opportunities will pop up for you. Atul is saying electronics communication background, not qualified GATE 2021 pass out. So that is what I mean. This module which we brought, I mean, for students, like why not foreign things? If you're not GATE qualified, you want to be in India in IIT system, self-sponsored. But if you want to spend the same money and go to Germany, which obviously has some advantages and all, foreign universities, explore that option also. So why not explore all the options and see what comes to you? And then I think Vishwa Pratap is asking many questions, and that we have answered. Vishwa Pratap, your question. This thing is Vishwa Pratap. I have answered your question now. This detail me you were asking. Now Venkatesh is saying I could not qualify for GATE exam, but I want to study MTech MS Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning course. My academics are not good. He's mentioning what 10th and 12th marks, and BTech he has got in computer science very less, 6.38 CGPA maybe, and currently he's working. So Ankit, what do we have for such students who have very less CGPA in BTech, let's say 6.38 CGPA, but they working also, and they want to do masters in their favorite domains like artificial intelligence, machine learning, MS and all, they want to do it. So what do we have for such students?
So the first thing is basically you have to analyze your whole profile, and in your case you might use your work experience to get into the universities in abroad, right? But I'm not pretty much sure at which universities he will get. He has to compromise with universities little bit, but anyhow, he can utilize his work experience.
Okay.
So if he drafting his documents basis on basically basis on his work experience, so I'm pretty much sure that he might get few universities.
Okay.
But he will get the universities.
He will get the universities. Okay, so Abhishek Gupta is saying that my profile is not built for computer science. Should I study these subjects first and then do some projects and then apply for colleges, or should I start applying this August intake itself and have a build profile parallelly? So he's saying my profile as of now is not very good. Should I start exploring or should I build a profile? So what do you mean by building profile for that way?
Okay, so I mean, the thing we look for, I mean, if a new student comes to us and we always ask him few questions, for example, in which country you want to go, right, and in which universities you want to go, or any sort of that preferences. So again, after one-on-one meeting, and then basically I ask them for their CV. So I look, basically for few things. For example, if the CGPA is less, then I would ask them to, basically do some certifications, because again, these are these things you can highlight on your CV, right? And then basically, if you have work experience, right, and I will ask them to write in detail, right, regarding their work experience. So few things they have already done during their bachelor's, and these things cannot be changed. For example, the projects which they have taken, and then basically the CGPA, right? Because there is no way they can change these things. But there are always other things which they can change. For example, they can get certifications from Coursera, EduX in abroad. They are very, very, these certifications are considered to be very good. And then basically on top of it, you can get RA position, right, in IITs, and just have to spend 4 to 8 months, and then you can again basically try for abroad. So again, these are the things which we suggest our students to build up their profile. And in most of the cases, they don't have to. For example, they have already done 4 to 5 projects during their bachelor's and then couple of internships, more than sufficient. You don't have to build up your profile
Mm.
in any way, you know. Yeah,
Mm.
you even don't have to, you know, do the certifications.
Very good. So very nicely explained, Ankit, his question. Arindam Roy, the same student is no additional question is asking. Will masters in computing from NUS, NTU or informatics from Germany? How will be my job prospects in India and abroad? Can I get high paying job in IT? Germany isn't it focused and Singapore is so small. So Arindam has some question Germany versus Singapore and all these things. Maybe Arindam can get in touch with the Ayush, our mentor in Nanyang Technical University, Singapore. Maybe he can provide you more input also. But what is your answer to this, yeah, Ankit?
So the first thing is, you know, I can see a lot of students asking the same questions, but in a different way. So after finishing from masters from this particular country, what are the prospect, you know, of getting a job in India? So first thing is, doesn't really matter, you know, where you are going. Even if you're going to Europe, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, USA, my advice is finish your masters, you know, get work experience for like 3 to 4 years, and then you can literally apply, you know, start applying back to India. In that way, you know, you have basically a proven set of record on the basis of your job that you know these skills, right? And you will be a set back in home. But if you're saying that, you know, basically just after graduating from your masters you want to come back to India, so I would not advise for that. It's not my recommendation.
Okay. So next question is from Priyanshu, and he's saying, "Bro, civil. I think he's calling bro to you, Ankit." And then he's saying, "Civil guy get MS in computer related field or not?" So if I'm from civil, can I get computer related field abroad? Maybe there's a question.
Okay, so you know, I would say, you know, basically, if you want to switch fields, then basically you have to show some you know, some sort of bridge things, right? That, for example, if you're from civil engineering, but you have done relevant coursework and also the projects in the area of computer science, in that way you can get basically get to switch your field. Or if you are currently working in the field of computer science, for example, in India we have seen this trend. Doesn't really matter if you are from mechanical, metallurgy, material science, or civil, you can get placed into IT sector pretty normally, right? So I mean, if you have these things, then you can switch back to computer science. Otherwise, what you can do is switch from civil engineering to data analysis, business intelligence, or, you know, supply chain management. These things are pretty much easier than, you know, getting computer science.
Okay. So I think one more question we can take before we wind up, Ankit. Uh, Propane is asking how much will be the fees at Technical University Munich. So something related to fees they're asking.
Okay, so Germany is quite a complex country. For example, there are public universities, there are private universities, and then we have FUs, and then we have TUs as well. So if you're going to public university, right? So for example, we have technical universities, we have KIT as well, and we have a bunch of other public universities. So in those universities, what you have to pay is something called a semester ticket, and that's only 330 euros per semester.
Okay.
So it is not going to burn a hole in your pocket. And basically, again, you know, all of these expenses related to visa, your examination, and then requirement called as blocked account, you have to bear, right? Yeah. So I mean, in total, you will not be paying as much as what you have to pay for your masters in Canada or Australia or USA. It's very less in Germany if you're going to public university.
So true value for your money, the you spend and you get a good job and you return that particular thing.
Sure.
Okay, so that's what it is, Ankit. I think we restrict ourselves to 1 hour of session every day. So normally these sessions are going on. So thanks a lot, Ankit, for your time today, and I expect such kind of more sessions maybe next week or something, because students have their queries, and they can shoot their queries on these kind of sessions, and we can answer to their queries here, and many of the students can take a right decision for them. And I request each student who is sitting here watching us, they can also fill the form which is attached to our this video, and if they want to meet mentors one to one further, and ask their questions and get more informed about the things, they can fill the forms and our executive will call you, and then accordingly the meeting can be set. So let me thank you again, Ankit, for this wonderful session.
My
Looking
pleasure,
forward
sir.
to interact with you next week again. Thank you.